hard after Irma. Employees continue to come forward with stories of losing jobs because of choosing safety over work during Hurricane Irma. A Bradenton woman says a social media post about her hurrication sent her boss over the edge, and that's when she knew she'd better call Bankin. Investigator Shannon Bankin joins me now. Hurrication, that's the first that I've heard.
It's an interesting word, and it got her in a lot of trouble. And I've been hearing from employees from public to the private sector that tell us that, this has cost them their jobs. Florida has no law to protect your job if you decide to evacuate in a disaster. And some are questioning, is it time to change that? April Johnson fled Hurricane Irma.
Having Harvey hit just a week prior really scared me. To know that this was a Category 4 is what they were calling, to have a straight-on hit somewhere right along Bradenton. I needed to get my family out.
Text messages show she communicated her plans with her supervisor at 21st Century Healthcare Consultants in Bradenton, yet she was fired.
They told me that because I was not at work, that I was being let go.
Evacuating the state was okay with her boss at first, but this social media post about her hurrication rubbed management the wrong way.
And then I said that was just me making light of a situation that was overly scary. I wanted to let all of my family in Kansas and in Arizona know that we were safe.
Her boss wouldn't go on camera. He told me the firing was not just about the evacuation, but he was quick to point out the hurrication post. Whatever set him off, Johnson isn't the only one jobless after evacuating. Industrial workers, office workers, hospital staff, and public employees have called me for help. Labor attorneys tell me there's no state law to protect these workers. So I took to the phones to make sure our legislators are aware.
I'm hearing from a lot of people that say that they felt like they had to choose between safety and their job.
Johnson wants a law before the next storm hits.
Do you think legislators need to step up and have a law that helps protect you?
Yes, I do. I do. I feel that I understand it's a right to work state, but there are little loopholes that you can put into place that would cover you in case of evacuation, especially when the governor comes and declares this a state of emergency.
Now, I put in a lot of calls today to our state legislators, and they're hearing these stories too. It's too early to say whether a state law will be proposed, but if you think we need one, now is the time to call your local representative and let them know how you feel.
Well, did any of the legislators you spoke to express any kind of interest in maybe looking at a law or creating something that does protect these workers?
Well, Kathleen Peters did, our state representative in St. Petersburg. She tells me that she thinks that we need to look at this, and there's actually an emergency management bill that's in the works right now, and she thinks we need to maybe include it in there. Now, she did point out, as we all know, it's complicated. There are workers that need to be here during a state of emergency, so they'll have to consider the language very carefully, but there are others that just need to leave.
Well, sure, and if you're in a mandatory evacuation area, I mean, I can see how this could get very confusing very quickly, and then you do have to make that tough choice of safety over jobs. So, all right, thank you very much. If you have a problem that needs solving, you better call Bankin. That number is 1-855-BANKIN.